So this is Evan again. I've got the four at the refuge here listening into the protest. Protest is taking place right now live in Burns, Harney County in Oregon. Here's a protest.
Yeah.
So the four that are there over at the refuge, you guys got to hear a little bit of the rallies that are taking place right now. What are your guys' inputs on what's going on?
It's awesome. It means America's hearing our story and waking up, fighting for their rights as well. Really appreciate the support. We do. We need the American people to stand for us.
So who exactly are we talking? Who are we talking to right now?
This is Sean.
And who else do we got over there?
Jeff. And Sandy. And David.
And
4 lives matter. 4 lives matter.
4 lives matter is what they're saying. Do you guys have anything else to say?
We just hope that the outreach keeps growing and they hold these people accountable. I mean, all we did here was exercise our First Amendment right, our Second Amendment right, and now we're supposedly criminals because we did that. We were peaceful. We didn't hurt anyone. We tried to do it the right way, and they just don't want to allow it. So now we're in this position, and we're just hoping to survive it. We know God's behind this, and this is God's way of waking people up, and I think this is going to turn out to be a good thing.
So what I'm understanding a little bit is that right now, currently, people are stating that you guys are taking up an armed resistance. Most of the American public doesn't see it that way. They saw that what was initially a peaceful protest with arms that were initially brought to the refuge with the intent to just keep it as peaceful as possible. The only person that elevated this position from a peaceful protest to an armed protest, or elevated it to a violent protest, was that what we believe as being the police and the FBI. How's your guys' stance on that?
Right, we completely agree with that. And did anyone in that convoy fire back that we have heard?
No, nobody fired back.
Okay, so how can they say we're militant? They had weapons and they either didn't have the opportunity to use them, or they were afraid to use them, or whatnot. But you have to exercise all your rights.
Right, and what we're understanding right now is they're also shutting off your communication to the outside world from the refuge, so you are not able to receive calls or put out calls other than just one phone line. Is that correct?
Correct.
Right, and I mean, obviously, I'm calling right now to be able to get in touch with you guys. So, but the other phones, they're either all turned off, or what happens when you dial out?
We get a FBI agent.
Yeah, or we get from our phone companies, the signal that it makes. This phone call cannot be completed as dialed.
Right. All right.
We're reaching out to some people that have. We've actually asked the FBI for a third-party negotiator, a man named Franklin Graham, and they tell us that they are working on it. So we'll see what happens with that. If you could follow up on that, we would really appreciate it.
Franklin Graham, and where's Franklin Graham, and who is he?
He's a Christian man. He's a spiritual leader. He's actually traveling around the country right now. He's holding prayer meetings on the state capitol of every state, so that we can get some good elections. Get rid of some of this corruption.
Right.
Anyway, we have asked for him to be our third-party negotiator, and the FBI tells us that they are working on that. So it was only yesterday that we asked, so it could be a few days before we know what's going on for sure.
Okay.
We'd really like to get some media out here so that they can see what's really happening. They're shutting their First Amendment rights off as well, so that just backs us up of what we're trying to portray here of the tyranny of this government that are taking people's rights away.
All right.
When we protest, they took our rights away. Now they're taking the media's First Amendment rights away as well. They're going to take everyone's rights away if they're not stopped.
So today is Monday, 12:50 p.m., February 1st. If all you guys that are listening out there have any doubt that this recording is not true, militants or the occupiers. They are not militants. They are occupiers of the refuge, standing in protest as well of the tyrannical government, and then standing up to the violent escalation that the federal and state police have taken this response to, and are still there at the refuge in fear of their life and of their liberty, and hope that America continues to stand behind them and will fight against some kind of justice for the death of Lavoie and for the incident that has been caused here in America, as you can see today.
Amen.
Is there anything else you guys want to say before I cut off?
That's pretty good stuff, buddy. Good work. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. And America's got your back, and we hope that those that don't see, a light will be shined upon, the truth soon enough.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, you guys stay safe, keep your heads up, and we're praying for you.